Hey everybody, Vanisher01 here with another commentary on Battlefield Bad Company 2. Today I'm playing Laguna Presa. I really seem to have some good games on Laguna Presa, so I don't mind putting it up. The defense on this map though can be a real pain in the ass, especially the enemy team sitting back sniping in their base. It's the kind of little route I like to take to get into the base nice and quick. So it's good, this little area here, because you can judge if people are on the log hill. They're sitting around B, and then you kind of sneak up on that side. People like to sit on that right hand side. You can sneak through, and that was very lucky on my account that got blown up. You see this guy here? He sits in the corner. Now, I mean, we were playing on the Aussie server, so we were playing all night, pretty much, like probably 10-15 games. I'd say for, oh geez, probably 8 of those, yeah, 8 or so of those games, that guy was sitting in the corner in every MCOM station. You'd go into the room and he was in a corner. You'd go into another one and he was in the corner again on a different map. Every MCOM station you'd go to, this guy was sitting in a corner. That must be the most boring way to play this game I could think of, hey? That and sitting in a bush with a bloody sniper rifle. I can't understand the mentality, but there are some things I'd like to talk about with this commentary because it's about 14 minutes long, so I've got to talk about something. I mean, I could talk about my penis, but I've already told you that it curves to the left, and compared to my pinky finger, it is enormous. So yeah, I'm not really going to keep covering those points all the time in every video. I mean, geez, what am I obsessed with my penis? I don't think so. Anyway, getting back to it. Now, I don't know right now, but there is a fucking Wookiee sitting right behind me, up on that high hill. He just took a couple of shots at me with his pistol. But getting back to what I was supposed to be talking about, which I haven't started talking about, but I'm going to start talking about now. I get a lot of questions on my videos, and there's something you also have to realise with videos. Not all comments, like, show up in my inbox. So if I don't respond to one of your comments you leave on my video, it's probably because I haven't seen it in my inbox. I don't go back and check my videos all the time. If I've just put it up, I might hang around for a bit and see what people are just initially saying. So if you want to catch me, it's probably the best time is when it's just gone up and I'm sitting right there at the computer. But for the most part, they don't show up in my inbox. I mean, I'll go back to a video and there'll be like 5 comments when I do see one that showed up in my inbox, and I'm like, hold on, they didn't show up. How did I miss those? Because they don't show up in the inbox. But they show up in the email inbox, but I don't always have my email open up, so on the YouTube one, not so much. But yeah, that's kind of the reason why, if anyone's wondering why, oh, I've let this guy comment and he's never responded to me. Probably because I didn't see it, mate, you know. But yeah, as I said, if I'm on, just put a video up and I'm on the computer right in front, I'll probably respond to majority of the comments. But eventually I just go and do other things after, a little bit there. I just have a look at the initial first comments and that. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Another thing is friend requests on YouTube, fine. Friend requests on Xbox at the moment, particularly like the life cycle of Bad Company 2 is pretty much at the end. It's probably not going to happen, so it's not a personal thing. I kind of think about it like this. We're all sitting at a bar, right? My mates and I were sitting at a table, and some guy comes and sits up at the table next to us and starts talking to us. What would you think? It's kind of how it is, like when I'm with my mates in the party. We're all kind of just sitting at a bar having a drink kind of thing, watch this. Get this guy. Now I'm thinking, okay, sneaking in and fucking corner sitter again. I should have let go of the arm button, and dying as soon as you spawn kind of sucks. But he's sitting in the corner again, mate. Every map of that night, that's what that guy was doing. Every MCOM, you'd go to it and he'd be sitting in a fucking corner. Yeah, so get back to friend request that. Okay, with Battlefield 3 coming out, I'm going to be getting it on PC and I'm going to be getting it on Xbox. Now, I'm not going to get a PS3 because I really can't afford the expense of buying another console when I'm just getting a little bit of an upgrade for my computer and doing a couple other things just so I can help with the capturing on PC and that. So when Battlefield 3 hits, I'm going to be taking friend requests on Xbox and on PC. I'm not all sure how that works yet. Give me time, I'll work it all out. But yeah, I'll get my nephew to explain it to me, alright? I know. Shut up. I reckon he's already giggling and shit. Just shut up. So for Battlefield 3, I'll be taking all the friend requests and everything. And I'll be having open lobbies and, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, the good stuff that people do. Because, you know, I want to get to know some of you. I want to, you know, play games with you. I don't want to just have you sitting in my sub box and, oh, you sub to me and there you go. Well, it is my channel and I put up what I want and do what I want on it. But, you know, some of you guys have been with me since the very start and I would like to, you know, show my appreciation by... Yeah, that sounds a bit fucking conceited. Oh, show my appreciation by letting you play with me. It's not like that, you know. It's just, some of you would want to do that and I would also want to do that, so it's kind of mutually beneficial, I guess. But it did sound pretty fucking conceited right then, didn't I? It sounded like a real fucking arsehole. It's not how it was meant though. But yeah, getting back to it, I'll cover a few more questions that typically get asked on my videos. What's the SA mean on some of the weapons? Well, that's the Spec Act DLC. Go to your store on Bad Company on Xbox, Bad Company 2 on Xbox, you go there and Spec Act DLC will be there. Just extra camos for your weapons, weapon skins and extra camo for your soldier, only on particular weapons. M16, UMP, MG3 and the M95. I just got it because, you know, typically get all things Battlefield when they do come out. And another thing that's been out around the internet over the last few days is this Reddit boycott that seems to be going on about the DLC for Battlefield 3. Now, the way I understand it is people are upset that they actually have to pay for it, and people who do pay for it, people who don't pay for it, those that do will have an advantage over those that don't. Now, for the most part, it's already been that way with a lot of games. Red Dead Redemption, there was certain things you got at the start of that game that made the game easier to play for some than it did for others. There's just too many to go into actually to list. I'd be sitting here fucking listening forever. I think it's the way it's done now, and I think a lot of people need to just kind of chill with the whole, you know, I'm not criticising anybody in particular. I mean, I myself didn't really understand this until it was explained to me. But as I've seen DICE post recently, they've, you know, addressed this problem themselves. They've told people exactly what's going to be happening. And I think they made pretty valid points. You know, it wasn't hard to understand where they were coming from. So I don't see a real problem here with I think it was a storm in a teacup kind of thing that's been blown a bit out of proportion. It's not something I'm particularly worried about. The AK-74U did not give any player a greater advantage over anybody else when we got that as a limited edition for Bad Company 2. And the VIP pass, it didn't really make a difference. The maps weren't that expensive and that to begin with. Over here in Australia, we'll be paying $108 for the console version of Battlefield 3 and $88 for PC version. And the PC version is going to have more than the Xbox version or PS3 version. So, you know, why are we paying $108 for a lesser version and the PC's only paying $88? Okay, I'm sure there probably is a fucking pretty simple answer to that, but I don't know it. But yeah, that to me is maybe something to kick up a stink about. I mean, why are we paying fucking so much more for console versions when it's going to be a dumbed down version? You know, PC is going to be getting a full game and we're going to be getting 3/4 of a game. You know, we're not going to be getting the full game on console, but we're paying, you know, more money for it. That's a whole bunch of bloody bullshit. Then anyway, we're all going to be just so into the game when it comes out. All this shit's going to not matter at all. You know, no one's really going to give a fuck when the game actually comes out. It's going to be too into playing it to really care. So, any other questions I can think of that people have been asking? What do I do for a living? I'd rather not talk about my personal life. You know, this is YouTube, and I'd rather keep YouTube and my personal life separate. You know, my personal life, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not going to go into all that sort of shit with people. So yeah, I just got knifed right then too. I was pissed about that because that blue guy just pretty much stirred the hornet's nest and I died for it. Okay, another one is, what do I have my sensitivity at? My sensitivity's maxed full. I wish it could go higher because there's situations where I'd like it to be 10 times quicker than it is because I can move that quick and I know I could handle it. So it's a little piss off that. Okay, another one is, this is one that gets asked so much, and I should have probably covered this first, but how do I have the Russians speaking English? Okay, you go to your audio settings, you go down to voice, and localize the voice. That's all you gotta do. Okay, I did that on day one, because I had that in Bad Company 1, I had it localized as well. Because, you know, it's just something you want, you know. If you speak English, you want to hear the English. You don't want to hear it in a different voice. But it is pretty cool sometimes hearing them yelling out in Russian and that. That's pretty cool. Another question I get asked quite a bit is, how do you do this? How do you do that? All I gotta say to you is practice, practice, practice. You know. There's one thing I would like to see with Battlefield 3 that is pretty necessary, I think, too. We need separate lobbies for rankings, because we're level 50 at the moment. We've been playing this game for a year and a few months straight, pretty much. 4,100 and something games I've played, and we really need something to differentiate the ranks. We really, really do. Because if you've just brought this game and you're playing against 4 level 50s, I truly pity you. Okay, it's, oh my god, you're just gonna get destroyed, and that really sucked right there. But it is gonna be a very hard slog for you, because level 50s, mate, we know the tricks, we know where everything is, we know how to get around certain areas. We're not going to be caught out by stupid little tactics, not much anymore, you know. So if you walk into a room and there's a sensor ball going off and you're in the crate room and it's lit, it's fucking C4 all over that thing. You know it. You walk into a building, you know there's a sniper around, you walk into a building, you hear a sensor ball, start panicking because it's probably fucking C4 all over the bottom floor of that building and you're just gonna get fucking destroyed by it. So right now, I can't really think of any more fucking questions people want me to answer. But if you have any, leave them in the comments below, and just remember, personal life is kind of off limits, so don't go asking, you ain't gonna get an answer. It's just, this is YouTube and my personal life, and big fucking divider right down the middle, alright? I do what I do on here for a hobby, it's nothing more, okay? I'm happy to have people who are interested in my content, what I'm putting out there, and my videos, but I don't think being a subscriber to my channel gives you access to my personal life. That's the way I feel about it anyway. But yeah, there we go. Got a little bit of a serious note out of the way there, but we ended up winning the game. Did you ever doubt it for a second? Come on. No, that's fucked up. No, we lost a few last night too. Mainly because blue guys weren't moving up, but you know, what are you gonna fucking do, mate? I really do think they need a separation between ranks. If you're a level 30, you should go play in this lobby. If you're a level 50, you know, you got your own lobby, so you're not storming over players. 30 and up, yeah, you know, 30 to 40, go play here. 50s, go play over here. Just separate it out a bit, or make it a little more fair for some people. I mean, we're playing so many low rankers. I'm really happy to see people still buying this game, but makes it a bit of a fucking walkover sometimes. A little too easy. So I'll catch you again next time, and thanks for watching.